Hey, Guoba here, fresh off of the 3.2 livestream. A lot of good changes are coming. Some stuff still needs to be worked on, but two awesome additions that we'll be looking at today are based on obtaining limited characters. We're going to check out the new shop system where you can get a free Ruan Mei or Luocha, talk about which one you might want to choose, and then discuss the new hybrid limited standard character 50/50 lost banner system thing. Let's go. First off, we will be getting a new stellar Convergence shop. Here, we can exchange currency for 5-star characters. That can be the permanent standard ones, but it will also include in 3.2 Ruan Mei and Luocha, with plans to add characters in the future. We will have to use a golden companion spirit to buy one of these characters, and we will get one for free during 3.2 to 3.4. Maybe there will be plans for more of these in the future for special events. I feel like at least once every anniversary is a safe bet, but that's just speculation. There is also a spending event to get another one, but that's not for most people. And regardless, the natural way of obtaining them is also not for most people. You will get a silver companion spirit after obtaining over E6 of a 5-star character. You'll need 2 silver spirits to get 1 golden one to 2 copies of a 5-star post E6. This is not happening for most people, but whales will probably have it already, and long-time players can eventually get it through standard 5 stars. It also applies retroactively, so if you pulled an E7 Kafka in the past before 3.2, well, they remembered that. However, there is no expiration date on these spirits, and more characters will get added. So first step is if you don't want any standard unit or the 2 limited ones, just save them for the future. They also state that these characters will be here permanently, no FOMO. But who should I choose with this golden spirit? Well, I have a video already on the standard 5 stars from when we got the free selector, but the summary is your best bets are a sustain if you need one, Bronya, or Himiko. But instead of getting one of these characters, I would choose between Ruan Mei or Luocha, or again, save the currency for future additions to the shop. But now, Ruan Mei or Luocha? Ruan Mei is still a fantastic AoE buffer and is alright in hypercarry. Dot teams, who hopefully will get a boost with Kafka buffs, dual DPS teams like Follow-Up, HP scaler teams. Her buffs are universal and AoE, which helps a lot, just like Tribi. Her primary benefit has to be her relevance in break teams though. If you don't have her and plan to run a Boot Hill, a Rapper, a Firefly, or even a 4-star break carry, she should be picked up if you want to continue using them. You probably have her already though at this point. As for Luocha, he's still a sustain that works in all endgame and will heal you excellently. That was his job on release, heal you as much as you ever needed. Now of course Future sustains power crept his utility by offering stuff like energy, damage amp, or even bringing damage themselves, but for a new player, or one investing into the HP scaling meta, he might be a banger pickup. Maide loves him, Castries will love him, and he just works anywhere as an SP positive sustain with great healing uptime and debuff cleansing. Definitely worth over Bailu at least in this shop. It's important to note though that Gallagher has a very similar niche to him, offers better SP positivity, and is the 4-star you can easily get. He can also have higher healing depending on the fight, and has a powerful niche with quid pro quo abuse. There's also the possibility that a new healer made for the HP meta is coming, just like Lingsha and Aventurine during their metas. So with these summaries being said, what to do? This is in the case you want to choose one of them. Remember, you can save these spirits indefinitely. But in most cases, it will be Ruan Mei. She is too useful for break and too universal elsewhere. Even if she's weaker than Robin or Tribi in most teams, having another Harmony in your account can't hurt. She is also still the sole E0 weakness break efficiency buffer, which can help tremendously for Apocalyptic Shadow. Luocha should only really be taken if you need a second strong sustain. Otherwise, if you have a few already like Aventurine or Xuan or Lingsha or Huohuo, then he will only see value if you specifically don't want to use Gallagher or can't use him and need Luocha in those HP scaling teams. But what if you have Ruan Mei already, E1 or Luocha? I still feel like E1 unless you desperately need what Luocha provides. E1 Ruan Mei is a powerful Def Ignore buff. It isn't too great outside of break teams as Def Ignore is rare, but there are some units that have Def Ignore Lycones that can benefit from it. In break teams though, Def Ignore stacking is common with every E1 having it, Lycones having it, Relics having it. So if you want to boost in your break team for free, E1 Ruan Mei is there for you. Other than that, the Eidolons on these 2 units are kinda okay. E2 Ruan Mei sounds decent outside of break, but but has a weird condition that a lot of DPS won't get to before the enemy is just dead, and in break teams, useless. E4 Ruan Mei is just a minor buff to her own damage, and E6 is decent, but who pulled specifically E5 Ruan Mei? E1 Luocha is a pitiful attack increase, and doesn't work for HP scalers anyway. E2 Luocha has anti-synergy with units that want to lose HP. How interesting. Only his E6 I'd say is powerful, but again, who pulled specifically E5 Luocha? This currency is going to be very, very rare, so aiming to get an E6 Ruan Mei or Luocha is definitely not the play. I recommend at maximum E1 Ruan Mei and or E0 Luocha. Conserve the currency for future characters otherwise. Now the other system being added for characters is a new 50-50 selection system. Starting from 3.2 you will be able to choose 7 characters that will make up the pool you can lose 50-50 to. So we don't want to be losing them, but at least the pain won't be as bad. And you can say bye-bye to Yanqing finally. So on top of the usual 7 standard units, you can now choose Seele, Blade, and Xuan on top. For example, you can choose these 3 limited units alongside Himiko, Bronja, Clara, Welt. When losing a 50-50, you then have the chance of getting one of these 7 characters, including those 3 limited ones you chose. The rates do not change at all that changes is the pool that you can lose to. This banner will apply specifically to limited banners, so Seele, Blade, Xuan are not entering the standard pool. So who do we choose? Well, in my opinion, choosing the 3 limited ones is a no-brainer. Seele is power crept, but has some very fun niche stuff and can still do crazy things at extraordinary investment or team optimization. I do hope buffs are coming though. Blade is a weak HP scaler, but with My Day out and Castries coming out, we could see improvements to his niche. And he is confirmed to be one of the first buffed units in 3.4. Blade tier 0 all modes one day. And Xuan still does her job fine just like Luocha, and she at least provides a bit of crit rate and one-shot protection at the cost of SP consumption. She's not going to be priority over the latest sustains, but it's honestly a pretty nice 50-50 loss over Bailu and Jeopard for newer players. Key Eidolons for our limited units will be Blade E2 for crit, and Blade E6 for much faster follow-up frequency. Then Seele E2 for the double speed buff, as well as E4 for insane ult charging. And for Xuan, E1 for team-wide crit damage for a mini harmony vibe. My choices for my 50-50 pool will be Seele, Blade, Xuan, Bronja, Himiko, Clara, Welt. I chose Bronja because eventually E6 opens up cool combos with Sunday and sustainless teams, considering her E2 as well, and you have a pretty powerful harmony unit again. Himiko and Clara next, as I won't ever need Bailu or Jeopard, and these 2 are the strongest DPS out of the standard roster. Clara's E6 is notably pretty powerful, and she can work into high frequency attacking content. Himiko's Eidolons are whatever except E1, but you gotta choose someone. And finally, Welt's Eidolons scale pretty greatly and open up some fun new things for him with very fast ult rotations. This could all change in the future, some more characters will get added eventually, and who knows, maybe standard units will get a buff. If enough changes, I'm down to do a new video, but for now that's all I have on the new limited character systems. I'm just happy we're getting nice changes to the game again, and I hope they keep improving on it and listening to feedback. Thanks to my amazing YouTube members, thanks for watching, and have a good day.